Well, good morning, fishy folks. I actually slept till about 5 this morning, which is almost the time I was going to wake up, so not too bad. Down here in the fish room, and I think in my last video I mentioned I bought some LED light bulbs for this tank because, you know, I think there's one bulb working and it's, you know, from like 1912, so it uses a lot of electricity, it's not very bright. So I'm going to change light bulbs in this. And what I bought were these LED bright sticks. 3-pack, 60 watts, bulb replacement using only 10 watts. I think this was 15 bucks. So let's change them out and see what it looks like. Well, that is quite a bit better. I could probably get away with only one in there, but we'll see how that works long term. So that was my DIY project of the day. Huh, that's not a bad name for a series. Too bad I don't have that many DIY projects. Anyway, we can see these guppies. One of those has a blue tail, one of those has a red tail. There's some black markings on that tail. So, looking forward to seeing how they grow. And of course, what would a update be without some update of Solo? Where are you at, buddy? Oh, there you are. Hey, pal. Everyone saying bye, Solo. Hey, fishy folks. Update Sunday. What you're looking at is the result of a stopped or a clogged float in my basement sump pump for the washing machine. Right there, that pump. So water from the washing machine drains into the slop sink, drains into that basin, and the sump pump pumps it up to street level to the sewer. Well, I'm doing a massive water change. I got the Tetra Test Strips in the mail. I chose to buy them on Amazon because they were the cheapest place to get them, and I could have them in 2 days with free shipping. So I'm doing a massive water change because I have nitrites. A little ammonia, but you know, I don't think it's a big deal. My fish seem to be acting fine. I thought maybe my API test kit was wrong. I thought maybe they had expired or whatever, but that's not the case because I get the same results with the Tetra Test Strips, which I have to tell you are pretty damn quick and easy. So this tank's a little low, huh? Gonna get some water in there soon. I'm draining every tank pretty low. I want to do about an 80% water change. You can see how all the tanks are low. Not the ram tank because he doesn't share water. So I've been trying to get this done. Luke's parties today. There's still a ton of crap. Sorry about that camera. There's still a ton of crap to do. I was up at 5 a.m. because who needs sleep, and came down here and started working. It's now about 7:30. That's not true. I watched Gold Rush first. You guys like that show, Gold Rush? I know it's not real, but I want to believe it. All right, I'll be back. Okay, folks, got the lid off. Let's do this one-handed. So we're just going to match up the bulbs. See, they're about the same size. The base is the same. Let's put it in. I have no idea if this is going to work or how it's going to look. It's the first time I'm doing it. Live on YouTube. Not really live, but you get the point. They're a little shorter than the original bulb. And the light section is here, but we'll see what happens. Oh, sorry, that's terrible. Pretty interesting stuff. Screwing in a light bulb. I'm gonna go put this back on the tank and we'll be right back. Well, good morning, fishy folks. It's Sunday today. Just finishing up cleaning up in the fish room from my mess from yesterday. I mean, it's pretty much cleaned up. I do have to say it smells down here more than it ever has from like musty, mildewy stuff. So I gotta check that out. Probably clean up the corners a little bit because there was a lot of water on the floor yesterday. Anyway, somebody asked me what temperature I run my tanks at. So one heater in the sump, and no other tank except for the ram tank has a heater in it. And the top row is running about 77, and it's about 35 degrees outside. The middle row, farthest away from the sump, is running 77. That tank is unheated and not connected to the system. That tank does have a heater in it, but it's not connected to the system. Not to be quite honest, I don't know what these tanks are running at. I would assume somewhere between 75 and 77. As we all know, heat rises. Plus, you can see through the tank that silver ductwork is where the heat goes, and heat is generated from there. So that's temperature for you. Come over here to the fry tank. Solo and his mates are doing well. I did make some changes, so only swordtails are in here. There are swordtail fry. I don't know how many. I only saw 2 or 3. I didn't even think that that's a male, so I didn't even think the one in the back, the all red one, was that pregnant, but she was. We put the big guppies in this tank. Lots of Java moss, lots of cover. Hopefully we'll get some fry soon. I'm gonna let those guys drop all their fry, so they'll be in here for probably 4 to 6 months. And when they're all empty, I'll start trying to breed something specifically with them to see what happens. At the suggestion of a viewer, I moved all the swordtails, the koi swordtails that really were showing the koi trait, so lots of white in their body. So when I bought them, they all the ones I got had orange in the front, white in the middle, orange in the back. You know, some of these guys are kind of spotted, so I guess they don't breed very true. This is probably 3 batches at least. But she looks rabid, even though she's so small. So anyway, I separated them so we could start to try to make sure we keep the koi trait. So here's what's left. There are some platies in there, I guess. A viewer also said they have a longer body. The swordtails have a longer body, and I do see some shorter, all orange ones. So I got to figure that out and put those where they belong. I did leave some of the orange with a white koi swordtails in here, but they're mostly orange, so we'll just let those go. I think that's it, is what I put in here. Yes, that's it. We did do a pretty large volume water change yesterday. No deaths, and everybody looks healthy. And if I run a nitrate or nitrite, both nitrite and nitrate tests, I have a little bit of both. More night. So there's my test strip. Actually, it's a little dry. I love these things. I'm assuming they're accurate enough because, as most of us know, Corey from Aquarium Co-op swears by them, and he has quite a bit more fish and more writing on his fish than me. But seriously, you dip it in and 30 seconds later you have a result. And it tests for more stuff. Guys, look, I have the API test kit. I have vials all over. The kit's right there. Look, I still have test tube. So, check these out. Try them. You'll like them. Anyway, what was I saying? So I still have some nitrate Nitrate is okay. Let's see. So according to this, I had nitrate. I had about 20 parts per million, and nitrite. I had, I think, 3 parts per million, which we all know is bad. Oh, and just so you know, this doesn't test ammonia. There's a separate test kit for ammonia. I'm going to show you how easy it is. That's what they look like. It's the pad. We'll test this tank. Hey, look, I'm done. Read the directions. That's the wrong one. Open, dip, shake, compare. That's it. Open, dip, shake, compare. All right, so look, we're done. So we have some ammonia, which I knew. So what is that though? Is it safe? Stress? It's definitely safe or ideal. That's much darker than it is. So how much ammonia? I can't tell you. 0.5 parts per million possibly. Somewhere between 0 and 0.5. So the test, just like the API, you know, slight color variation. Curry evaluation. What the heck am I saying? I think that's it, guys. I'm kind of rambling on. I don't know why. Oh, I gotta tell you, this red camporanda loves duckweed. See, there's no duckweed in the tank, and I have a ton of duckweed up here. Look, let's see if she'll eat. I say she, but I have no idea. Of course not. Maybe the shadow I'm casting is scaring her. And anyway, trust me, I put, you know, half a net full in there, and the next day it's gone. And she eats it. It's great. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the update. Just kind of scatterbrained, but I'll leave you with a nice picture of this pleco. Doing a good job cleaning this tank. And his little buddy right there. See ya.